So the original premise for this whole video was, can I build a capsule wardrobe for $1,000? Kind of make it a part of a series and start with the brand Everlane. Spoiler alert, I had so many mixed emotions upon receiving this package. If I had loved every single piece, the video would have gone ahead as planned. However, because some of these pieces are pieces that I just simply do not recommend, I really just wanted to give it as an offering for if you're looking out at the Everlane website for especially shopping Black Friday, what pieces are worth your money and which pieces you can absolutely skip. Of course, as per usual, timestamps, links are below, and I'll also leave my measurements and sizes that I took in each of these pieces in case that would be helpful. We'll start with this jaunty little number that I'm wearing right now because actually this is one of the good pieces. They call it the off-shoulder top in super soft merino. Obsessed. Love this. Even though I am a little bit too warm right now because it's coming into summer for me, but it's going to be beautiful for autumn and winter. You guys will know that I've been on that saga and hunt for like really wide scoop neck, kind of exaggerated necklines. I got the extra small in the color Heather Cocoa. This is kind of warm toned gray. It's very lightweight, it's ribbed, it's not, I wouldn't say it's sheer, but I feel like you would definitely get a little bit of nipple show if you weren't wearing the correct bra. So if that's something that irritates you, bothers you, then just wear something that's like, you know, gonna cover those babies up. Personally, I don't really mind. I think it's like quite French, quite feminine. The only thing is I don't think they have very many sizes left in this one. They also have a black color. They do have the ultra soft merino fabric in different kind of necklines, different styles. There's different grades of merino. This is definitely like a softer version of merino if that's something that irritates your skin. Okay, next, the Hourglass High Jeans. Oh my goodness. I got these in the petite length and these are a size 26, and I have never had a pair of jeans fit me this well, both on the waist and on the bum. How it fits through the legs, to me it kind of gives more of like carpenter jeans vibes. Currently in the sale for 40% off, which is exceptional. Such good value. I actually really like these when they're a little bit cuffed because it's so cutesy. It's so kind of little girl. It's a little bit playful. I'm not sure how I feel about it as like the full length, but maybe that's just because I'm not used to wearing jeans that are this like kind of wide through the leg. I'm very much so from the skinny jeans era of clothing. One of my style missions for 2025 is to find the perfect pair of jeans, and so I'm kind of looking into different styles that I'm used to wearing. It's in the color mid indigo. It has a little bit of kind of whiskering right around the thigh hip area, which personally I don't mind too much, and it kind of makes it feel a bit more vintage or worn in. 96% cotton, 1% elastane, 3% other fibers, which what does that mean? Let's move on to a skirt that I bought, and this is the linen eyelet midi skirt in white. I kind of wanted to have another option of a white easy breezy skirt. Again, currently going into summer for me, so it's just the perfect time of year. I got a size 2 and I wish I had sized down because I really just do want to wear this high on my waist, and you'll see that it kind of fits on my, basically on my hips or my low waist. Luckily I own a sewing machine and I'm not afraid to use it. It is on their final sale section. It's down to 70% off. I do recommend it as far as the quality. I think it's lovely. I might change the buttons because I don't appreciate the buttons. They've used these fabric covered buttons, and usually fabric covered buttons are lovely, right? A little bit of detail that you don't get at just any brand. However, the buttons underneath the fabric are darker than the fabric itself. The darker color is showing through the lighter fabric, so it makes the buttons look a slightly different color to the rest of the skirt. This might not bother anybody else, but it bothers me. I could definitely get some cute little mother of pearl buttons, shell buttons to make this skirt even more cute. For the fabric, it's 100% linen and it is lined with 100% cotton, so that's just altogether very, very lovely to wear. Like if there's anything specific that you want to know about any of these pieces, just let me know and I am happy to help. Okay, I'm going to move on to some pieces that I don't recommend, and then I'm going to wrap it all up at the end with one of my favorite pieces. So the classic Cashmere Crew, I bought this in the color Bone. I knew from the first minute that I touched this sweater that it was going straight back. There is no substitution for just your intuition when you pick up and hold a fabric, because everybody's skin has a different level of sensitivity and not all cashmeres are created equal, much the same as merino. J. Crew is currently doing such an epic sale and it includes their cashmere pieces. I have some pieces from them in my cart at the moment, so please don't buy them before I do, okay? All right. This is not a video about J. Crew either, but I just wanted to mention it while they're on sale. Give the Everlane a miss and head to J. Crew instead because, yeah, that's where it's at. But this cashmere, when I picked it up, felt scratchy. It felt like there was some sort of acrylic in it almost. I've never felt cashmere that was that bad of a quality. It's honestly, it's kind of sad to say, but I just don't recommend this current iteration of cashmere. I think this particular sweater was made in one of their Chinese factories. Some of their factories tend to be on a higher end and some of them tend to be on a lower end. I can't recommend this piece. Next, I bought 2 pairs of shoes with very high hopes, which were so quickly dashed. Let's start with the slightly better of the two. I bought these Lug Loafers. Okay, what are the positives? Love the style. Okay, that's it. That's the positive. When I open these out of the box, the smell is so intense. It's like the smell. Do you have those memories of like shopping for school shoes or something in very, very like budget, cheap discount shoe shops? And it's just that overwhelming kind of like rubbery, plasticky, leathery kind of smell. And that's what these shoes smell like. Number 2, they're heavy. They're very heavy. If this is something that you don't mind, that's totally fine. But if you're someone that walks a lot or doesn't just want to have like heavy shoes that you're constantly aware of on your feet, this is just something to know. Anything that's kind of embossed like this, it's not really going to feel so much like leather anymore because they do use a lot of like lacquer and like finishing products on there to get that kind of pattern stamped into the leather. It ends up feeling a little bit more plasticky than like a genuine leather product that has less finishing on it. I personally have wide feet, very wide feet. Shoes can be a little bit tricky for me to find as far as like getting the sizing correct. In these shoes, I sized up a half size to a size 8. They were a little bit tight on the toe box, but they were loose on the heel. So when I'm like walking around, like I just don't like that feeling of my heel constantly slipping out of the shoe. For me, the reason why these are a no, it's like a combination of the fact that, okay, yes, they're heavy, which I could probably get on board with for a certain amount of wear, but they don't have that perfect fit. I think I could find another pair of shoes that are slightly higher quality for the same price with a slightly better fit. So I'm going to keep hunting in the same style because it really just, it gives me Amelie vibes. It's like her kind of Dr. Martin style shoes. Another thing to note on these is that the insole is kind of like got this leather fabric glued down on the top of the insole itself, and it kind of looked like it was slightly puckering on the sides. If you wore this enough, the like leather bit would kind of start to like peel away, you know what I mean? There was just a few different quality aspects that I wasn't 100% happy with. The sole was perfect, but as far as the leather and the stitching, it just left me a little bit disappointed for the price of the shoe. They are on sale right now for 20% off, and I have read some of the comments that other people have been happy with them, but for me personally, they just weren't quite up to scratch, so I'm going to send them back. The next pair of shoes, the Day Mary Jane shoes, steer clear, guys. Like, just not worth it at all. The quality is so bad. I have a pair of the Everlane day gloves, let me just say, and they are my ride or die. I wear them like multiple times a week. I decided to branch out and get the Mary Jane pair because I also have a pair of Mary Janes from Vivaya, which I love and wear all the time. Let's compare them to the day glove, okay? The day glove is made in Italy. The Mary Jane version is made in Vietnam. The day glove has this beautiful like seamless stitching all around the top, this folded in sharp edge, which is very seamless and lies very flat onto the foot, whereas the Mary Jane version kind of has like a rounded lip, if you know what I mean, and the stitching isn't like really close to the edge, it's slightly set back. It's a little bit more of a cheaper finish, essentially. Insoles in the Mary Jane version, actually you can just take them straight out of the shoe. They are so flimsy. They're just basically like a piece of leather glued onto a piece of foam and then just shoved right in there. If you're going to wear these shoes bare feet, every time you take your foot out of the shoe, it's likely that the insole sole is going to come out with your foot as well, which is so annoying, versus the Italian version where it's all stuck in there. It's correctly made as far as a shoe should be made. The insole is not going to come out of the shoe when you take your foot out of the shoe. The quality of the leather is not there. The shape of the shoe is just, it's slightly more kind of square toe. It's not as almond toe. It's not as elegant of a shape. And then to top matters off, you can see little glue and like little bits kind of peeling around the side where the sole has been glued to the actual shoe itself. Another thing, the original Day Glove has got a rubber sole. It's very like silent when you walk. It has, you know, stability and grip. You're not going to be slipping and sliding in the rain or on any kind of smooth surface. The Day Mary Jane version, which has a leather sole, and it just feels really slippy. It feels like really plasticky, and it just feels so cheap. I honestly don't have anything good to say about these shoes. I'm disappointed. I'm so disappointed in the quality, and I'm really disappointed that Everlane would stamp their name onto something that is this bad of a quality. It's unacceptable. Either way, at least I can return them, so there is a silver lining. However, returns from New Zealand are not free. They cost like maybe $30 New Zealand. Just be aware that you might not get free returns if you're living internationally with Everlane. Let's finish up with the last piece that I got, and it's this really chunky, cozy sweater in, is it alpaca? It's so nice. I really like it. The Half Zip sweater in Luxe Merino. So this lovely little cozy sweater, chunky rib detail. I just really like this so much. It's obviously the perfect loungewear piece. I wore it last night when I was driving my kid around to get her to sleep. What I actually really appreciated about it in that moment was the fact that the collar kind of stood up against the back of my neck and just cocooned me. I'm looking on the website now, and unfortunately this earth brown color is sold out. I don't know if they're going to restock it. They do have some other colorways like a black and white stripe, a white and black stripe. It sounds like it will be the same thing, but I promise you they look different from each other. They have this kind of heathered oat color, which is so lovely as well. A camel color, a black color. I love the fact that you can play with the zip and have it either all the way up or all the way down, have it with nothing underneath, have it with something underneath. It's kind of perfect. It's so good for layering over some of your summer dresses and have them kind of transition into the autumn and the winter months. It's kind of like one of those like elevated pieces that I think of as like flight wear, like something that's going to be cozy enough to keep you comfortable on long journeys, but it doesn't look really frumpy and slumpy like those kind of cozy clothes can look. So it's the perfect kind of piece to be out and about in front of people but feel like you're wearing your pajamas. I got the size small in this to have it be ever so slightly oversized, and I just appreciate that it also has slightly cuffed sleeves at the cuffs. They kind of come in, and so it's just easy to, again, like push up your sleeves. You can get the dishes done. You can wash your hands easily without sleeves kind of flopping in the way. The merino wool on that one is not as soft as on here. It is a little bit more, like, I don't want to say scratchy, but like it definitely is a bit more irritating to your skin. So depending on your skin sensitivity, depending on if you're going to be wearing a layer underneath it or not, on the website they say if Nancy Meyer's kitchen were a sweater, it would be the Half Zip. And that's just so good. That's like the best way to describe this sweater. All right, so that is everything for those items today. It was kind of a deep dive into everything. I really wanted to give you as many details as possible. If I left anything out, please feel free to ask questions down below. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions. I will leave links to everything. I so appreciate you being here. I appreciate you watching my content. I appreciate being able to spend time with you. I'm so grateful you're here. I purchased everything at full price and I paid for the express shipping so that it could be here on time to do this video. It still took quite a bit longer than I expected, so I'm filming and editing as fast as I can to get this out to you guys for the weekend. And I'm really grateful that I get to share it with you guys so that you can also benefit from what are the good pieces, what are not the good pieces, and so that you can just save your time, save your energy, save your money. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you so much, and I'll see you so shortly in my next one. Bye.